In terms of like revenue, like are you paid like, hourly? Is it a revenue split based on like, ads and tips? Because I'm assuming like with Twitch you have like subscriptions, you have your Patreon, right? So many different ad sources or revenue sources.
It's a monthly salary.
Yeah,
that is
not always salary.
Not always salary. It's decided. So what you need, what you have to have baseline in order to continue to be a part of the channel, basically.
Normally what we do is, so I wouldn't say that we're paid hourly. What we've got is we've got like YouTube, we've got Patreon, we've got our Twitch streams. And back in the day when we were first starting to make money, we kind of had to decide how we wanted to split it. I saw someone in chat ask earlier if like someone dropped $5,000 to Natalie's stream, but then $20 on my stream, and that's all we made for that night. Yep. Natalie does not get that $5,000. Right. We decided as a group a long time ago that that's not how we wanted to do things.
It's really not fair.
It's not fair. That's how we see it. So what we do is...
I'd like to hear your thinking about why as well, if you want to go into that in a minute.
Yeah, we totally can. We will. But what happens is GP at the end of the month absorbs a lump sum of money, and then we pay bills and do all that because we do have rent that we have to pay for the studio space, and we pay for internet, and we pay for all that. Utilities, all that nonsense. And then we divide the money from there based on essentially hours. How many times did you stream? What have you done? Maybe the editor gets paid more that month for making 5 videos, or
sort of a value distribution there. Yeah.
Right. And we try and do it as earnestly. Also, like we were kind of talking before we went live about cons and stuff of like, wow, I would like to do this, but I don't have the money in my budget for that. Well, what does GP have, and can we throw that over here a little bit?
Yeah.
And then from there, we take what we have and decide, okay, we've got this money. Do we buy a second computer, which we did at one point, or do we spend the money on Patreon stuff for like a bigger cosplay, or,
we talk about it. So we kind of all are on the same page and we understand what's going on. But to get back to your last question, I mean, we are all here. We're not here to individually make money. That's not our goal. We are here for the business to succeed and for all of us to be at the same page and at the same pace with everybody at the same time, which is why a long time ago we decided just to get rid of the idea that maybe because there are more favorites for one person in the community than there is for others, that doesn't necessarily mean that one person is going to get all of the revenue, because we're not here to stream individually. We're here to stream as a group.
Because you're not a stream team, as you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. We're not a stream team. Also, I mean, it would cause people to fight for days. Like we see that there are certain days a week that are more profitable. I really hate talking about streaming this way. I don't really love. Yeah, like I don't want to look at my community and be like, you are more profitable these days. But I mean, like, if you look at statistics of things, there are days, payday, days of the week, like weekends and things can sometimes be higher numbers.
And you're running a business also, so it's like these are things that you should be aware of. Like, even though it doesn't sound great to talk about, for sure.
Right. It's not the stuff that we blast everywhere, but it is how we run. First of the month, when people get paid, weekends, holidays.
There are a lot of considerations that go into that, and like when it comes to, as you were saying before, like if there's one where somebody gets $20 and one where somebody gets 5,000, there could be any number of reasons that have nothing to do with that individual's performance or anything. It could have been a massive event. If there's like an Overwatch tournament at that exact same time, and it just so happens you have a lot of Overwatch people in your stream normally, they're all going to be out there watching that. Completely outside of anything that you can control, any of your performance, any of your input.
Right. So we decided a long time ago that it was just better to split it that way, and kind of based on like who is here, what have you done, how many hours have you been here, a week, almost like getting paid hourly.
Right. So you guys are logging like what you're doing in some formal way, right?
Kind of, in a loose way, but because at the end of the day, no one wanted to fight over, well, why does Nat get this amount of money and why do I not? Because I had a stream where I want to do every single Saturday because Saturdays are like that's just the stuff that we really don't.
We don't need it in our lives.
We don't need it.
That's just drama.
You can see that in advance. I'm really glad that you,
At the end of the day, that's how it feels too. Like it's easier to do it this way, and when you come in, because that was already established when we came in and we looked over our contract, and that was part of it. and it was part of what I asked about when I came in. I was like, how is money distributed? Because I didn't ever want it to be an argument.
Right.
I don't want to ever fight about money anywhere.
It makes me feel weird. Yeah. So that's definitely, I mean, we're here to succeed as a group and not individually.
Right.
That's awesome.
That's kind of just.
We want to see everyone thrive, not just one of us.
Yeah.